What's up, everybody? This is your girl Keisha, back with another episode of A Deeper Dive with Key. And so I actually had another episode prepared for this week, as this is the last week of no video because my apartment is still upside down. But I decided I just wanted to, just do one off the top of the dome. No outline, no, pre-written, nothing to keep me on track. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I feel like 2021 was a game changer for a lot of people. It allowed us to reevaluate our circles, reshift our mind and focus on who's important, who shows up for us, who honors our yeses, who leaves us rejected. And it just really lifted the veil on a lot of shit that, things ain't really what they are. So many people are wearing a mask. And so many people, only can hide behind a mask for so long. I feel like my mask was removed in a sense. But the only thing that I was hiding behind was care. Only thing I was hiding behind was my heart. So many people that had came into my life were hiding behind a mask of a representative who was not really them. But I appreciated that because not only did I thank them, in my mind, I feel like, and in my heart, and just in general, I feel like I thank them, for the lesson, because it taught me what I didn't want in my life. I don't want people who pretend. I don't want people who, want to seem cool and they try to act like they're something that they're not. I just want people that can be themselves. I feel like 2021 has definitely, 2020, shit got real. We started to, shift our circles a little bit, get in our own little bubbles. And then 2021 disrupted those circles that we thought we had, disrupted those relationships that we thought we had, but also it made it evidently clear, and so clear, what we want moving forward. I know the type of community that I want. I feel like while I'm grateful for everybody who has came into my life because they all brung me a gift and left a gift, I am ready to move forward. And the thing about it is that I'm grateful to who I am as a person, because I've never been one to tolerate just because I don't think better is out there. And I feel like a lot of people, they tolerate behaviors, they tolerate their big no-nos, they tolerate things, they tolerate people's different actions because they don't think that God can provide better in their life. They feel like, oh, we got to just keep giving people chances after chance after chance. You can forgive and you can remove. And so that's just really where I'm at. The other day I was journaling. I was just thinking about, like, I can't wait. I know it's going to be a while from when the world goes back. And I don't think it'll ever go back to quote unquote normal. I think it'll be an evolved world. It will be an elevated consciousness shift. And I just know moving forward, the type of gatherings that I want to have. I really want to have community. I really want to have adult friendships, because I feel like, the type of people that I've befriended in the past, they had a lot of inner child healing to do. And with so much inner child healing to do, at times they operated as kids. Like, I want people in my life that, like, we can call each other out on our shit. We ain't gotta walk on eggshells. I want people in my life that, like, we know how to show up for each other. Like, we don't have to do, like, the disappearing acts or be like, oh, I don't know if this person acting weird. Is this person cool with me or not? And I feel like I've had way too many friendships that it's like, okay, like, it just fade off, or people, they get into these moods where, like, they don't want to be bothered, and it's just like, oh, okay, now when they want to be bothered, then they want to come around, and it's just like, I want, like, vice versa. Like, we don't give up on each other. And, like, when somebody, like, is trying to be there for you, like, you let them be there for you. And, like, what I've really, like, learned to do is, like, I've allowed people to be there for me. So I want the same in return. I only want people around me that can allow me to be there for them. As, I only want reciprocity. I just feel like that's, like, what I've been thinking so much about, is just, like, fucking reciprocity. Like, reciprocity. Like, I be thinking about, like, the type of things that I want to do. Like, I want to have, like, dinner parties. I want to be the hostess with the mostest. I definitely want to be in love. It's not a requirement, but I do want to experience that, while I'm here on this earth. But I want to have, like, friends that come over and we have spades games. I want us to, have trips and outings and cookouts. Like, I just really want, like, a community. And until then, I'm going to keep working on myself. I'm going to keep evolving as a person. But I believe that that's going to happen when all the smoke clears from this whole situation that's going on in the world, that, like, we're going to be a better society. It's a little scary right now, to a lot of people. But, in these last 3 years, like, I've seen God in all of this. Like, I really saw God's hand in all this with our last president. Like even in the midst of chaos, I seen God's face. And that's what has me so hopeful for the future. And so sometimes, like, I have to remind myself, like, I get so, I get so caught up on, like, why I'm not where I want to be, or why I'm not, like, I don't feel like I'm progressing, as much as my peers. But I also have to recognize the things that I want to do, the things that are, like, on my heart to create and accomplish. The type of things that I want to do will thrive in the society that comes out of this. Like, the ideas that I have are meant for a society that is rebuilding after the storm, after the smoke clears. And that's what I got to keep reminding myself, like, my time will come, because I just, sometimes I get frustrated because you don't know. I just know that, like, God didn't put all of this inside of me. God didn't put this yearning inside of me for like me to like not be here to do all these beautiful ideas. I don't think God gave me these ideas with like the lounge chain that I want to open up, or the healing center. Like all of that is going to be the rebuild of this whole shit. Like the businesses that I have in my mind will thrive when we rebuild, like when the smoke clears, when, you know, this is, I just feel we gonna be so different as a person, as a people, as a society. We were so attached to our fucking phones. And now that we have to be stuck inside or forced to be in our phones, like we desperately recognize how much we long for connection. Like it's going to be so many like gatherings and community, and I just can't wait. But, you know, I just got to hold on until the smoke clears. I got to hold on until, you know, God is setting the atmosphere. Like, I truly believe that, like, everything that's going on, like, if you're out there and you have a dream and you feel like your dream is not, like, just relax. God is setting the atmosphere. Like, just relax. God is setting the atmosphere. That's all I want to tell y'all is that, like, if it don't seem like things is working out the way that you want them to work out, it seems like every door that you knock on gets slammed in your face and it's double bolted shut. It's because God is setting the atmosphere for everything that you aspire to have. The husband you want, he getting his mind right. He getting his heart right. He getting his money right. He getting his financial stability right. He's getting his mental right. He's getting his knowledge right. He's getting all of that. Like all of that. He's learning the lessons that he needed. So just trust that, like, God is setting the atmosphere. And I know I don't come in here tonight all jokey with like my little fake voices, cause you know I'm an actress. You know I used to be in acting class, so you know I got the voices. I know how to do the voices, okay? But no, I just really wanted to tell whoever hears this that, like, it seems like, you know, the world is moving and you're not. That God is setting the atmosphere for everything that you desire. God is setting the atmosphere for everything that you've been hoping and praying for. Just wait a little while longer, that the smoke will clear and the atmosphere will be set, and it will be a perfect time to thrive. Because a lot of times we don't understand why things are not happening in a way that we feel like they should happen. But it's because God is getting a perfect moment right. And so when you finally get in that place, when you finally get in that situation, when you finally meet those people, when you finally meet that person, you're going to recognize why you had to go through what you had to go through, why you had to be, whether it's isolated or loneliness, or why you had to experience the things that you had to experience, why a few years ago when you really wanted it, it didn't happen on your time. It's because God was setting the atmosphere. God was waiting for the perfect moment to have things align in exactly the way that it should be. So, like, don't even, you know, don't trip on that. Like, don't worry about it. Just keep pushing forward, and remember that no matter how uncomfortable this moment is, that it's just temporary. Like, this is a temporary moment. You got to recognize, like, people is still kind of in lockdown. People is still, like, all these mutations and stuff. Relax. Relax. A lot of times we look at the world. If one thing that 2021 has taught me is that, like, everything that glitters is not fucking gold. And it continues to be revealed. These celebrities go through it. These influencers go through it. Regular people that you know that you might have thought is popping, or maybe it's friends, or maybe it's family members that like you thought had they stuff together, and like everything that glitters is not gold. You can see, like, with the whole Trey Songz situation, he don't even have to do that. He don't even have to do that. It's so many men that be like good looking, can have any girl. They don't even have to do that, but they make a choice. And like a lot of things that are happening, it's like you can only hide those demons for so long. You can only hide those skeletons for so long. So be careful with the skeletons that you burying. That's why everybody is just telling their truth. They boldly living in their truth. People want Will Smith to shut up. But why? He got to tell his truth. He got to free himself. There's so many people wanting to tell their truth because the lies are exhausting. Holding those skeletons in that closet, the closet is full. It's bursting open. It's really like shattering the idea of perfection from Bill Cosby. I mean, R. Kelly already been kind of, but like all these people from the Trey Songz to the, like, it's just one after the other. Even Bob Saget, he just passed away. But like the root, what the old people say, the roost is coming out to crow, okay? Like, everything is being revealed. A lot of these people, like, it literally, Instagram is just a highlight reel. All these people that fake happy on the gram, that's why I can't do it. That's why I deactivated my page, because, like, I can't do it. I can't. Because, like, what am I sharing myself for? Like, I share myself in here, but it's just like, why am I on this fake ass app? For what? Why am I updating people on my life that don't give a fuck? Like, why? That's why, like, I know I talk about this all the time, but that's why I removed so many people that was following me and that I was following, because it's like, why is you tuned into my life if you don't give a fuck about me? Like, can we remove the mask? Because I genuinely give a fuck about people. But you can tell in people's actions how people deal with you, how people take advantage of you, how people stop showing up for you or never did show up for you. You can tell in the way they move. Like, you can see that shit. And it's just like, why even be subscribed to my life? Why even be tuned in? For what? I'm just a person, like, I can't half-ass. I can't fake be cool with you. We either cool or we not. And if we not, like, let's do that then. Like, and even if we not, it's still all love from my end. It's just like, we ain't got to be subscribed to people's life. I feel like so many people on like Instagram and Facebook and all these social media apps, we be so tuned into people's lives and people be subscribed to each other's life, and y'all don't really even fuck with them. Y'all still following people that y'all went to college with, that y'all might have had one college course with, that you might have met at a house party 20 years ago. For fucking what? Everybody just want to stay connected, but are y'all really connecting? A lot of people just want to stay connected to feel like they have ties to other people. They want to stay connected to feel like they have connections, and they have so many people that they know, and they have so many people that can do favors for them, and they got so many people that they know how to do this and know how to do that. It's all this, how can I explain it? Like, it's all this, what can I get out of it? People got a motive for why they fuck with people. But I feel like it's going to come a time where, like, people just going to be solid again. Like, people going to show up to who they want to show up with. Like, that's just really, like, all I got to say is that this moment is temporary. God is setting the atmosphere, and it is okay to unplug. It is okay to remove yourself. It is okay for, your wants and desires to change. And I feel bad for, like, women like, Amber Rose, and, like, because it's like, it's too many Amber Roses out here letting niggas embarrass them, and they don't think they can do better. They don't think they deserve better. Let a guy sit up and laugh at you. It's not for the sake, like, you can tell even with, like, celebrities, like, people got a pattern, people got a type. And if you don't learn from your learn the lessons that God is trying to teach you, you're going to keep just repeating them and repeating them. Like, I'm just using Amber Rose for, like, an example. But, like, even, like, take, like, a Chris Brown, for example. He had, like, one feisty girl, which was Rihanna. But after that, every girl that he's dealt with has been blazing, soft-spoken, very small, petite. Like, nobody on his level, success-wise, or it's just like you see everybody repeating the patterns with the type of people that they deal with. The type of, I know I'm going on, like, a tangent, but, like, and it's so many people out here, like, doing the same shit. They go after the same people, whether it's a thug, whether it's this type of person. Like, they repeat the same shit. Same type of guy. Same type of disrespectful. And it's just like, don't y'all be tired? Like, don't y'all be fucking tired of getting y'all heart broken? Don't y'all be tired? And I'm going to tell y'all one thing. People might say what they want about me, but it is not lonely knowing your worth. You might be alone sometimes. You might gotta wait. When I started this whole abstinence shit, did I think I was going to be abstinent for damn near 7 years? No. Did I think when I said, you know what, I'm going to just quit while I'm ahead and I'm going to just focus on me and God, did I know that when I said I'm going to trust God that, like, I was just going to be, and the crazy thing is, like, when I, like, it's so crazy, like, when I recognized my worth, niggas was just throwing themselves at me. Like, when I tell you growing up, I didn't used to get approached. And I look back at my pictures, I'm like, I was smaller. I was so pretty. I was, like, so beautiful. And I still am, but, like, I would, like, when I was living in LA before I moved, like, I could be wearing sweats. I could be wearing a headscarf. Nigga driving down the street trying to talk to me. Group, like, just back to back. I had never, like, I felt like how my friends used to feel. Like, being on the other end where, like, I always used to have, it used to always be my friends that would get approached. And so because, you know, you hang out with so many pretty people, like, if you the big one, wasn't nobody checking for me. Or maybe it was the lack of, like, knowledge of my worth that, like, maybe it repelled them. I don't know. But when I recognized my worth, I recognized who the fuck I was. I stood in my power. I stood to my morals, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take this abstinence walk. I don't know where this going. Nigga, I'm about to be almost 30. I'll be 30 this year in November. I started my abstinence journey when I was 22. I lost my virginity at 22, and a couple months later, I was abstinent and been abstinent. So, like, I just say all this to say, like, no matter how long it takes, like, stick to your shit. Like, you ain't got to be like everybody else. Like, people just want to be booed up, especially in this pandemic. They just want to be connected to somebody just to be connected to somebody because they don't want to be lonely. There's so many, like, beautiful women, like a Danny Lay, like, all these women just getting disrespected online, publicly. Just getting disrespected. And it's really sad. And I just, like, if I could tell anything to any, like, woman, it's just, like, know the value of yourself. You ain't got to wait as long as I am. But, like, you know, the faster you do the work, the faster, you know, you attract what you need to attract. You attract the type of person that's going to be solid in your life. Because a lot of women out here, they can't be alone. They don't like to be alone. And it's really, like, it's really sad because I ain't never been that person. I don't know if it's because I lost too many people so early in life that, like, it's really ridiculous to me. Like, when I see so many people that, like, can't stand the sight of themselves. Like, I was on TikTok, you know, earlier today, and this girl, she was just crying. Like, she has so many videos crying on TikTok about just being lonely in the pandemic and stuff. But I'm just like, you know, I'm single too, but it's like, use this as an opportunity to work on yourself. You know, a lot of people, you know, was retweeting and sharing that self-care ain't enough. Maybe you're not digging deep enough. Maybe you ain't doing the right self-care. Because the right self-care, the right tuning in and tapping in with God, the right tuning in and tapping in with yourself is revealing all this shit that maybe you've been battling. Maybe you don't want to acknowledge. It reveals all that shit. But also in revealing all that shit, it helps you elevate even more. But when you can't sit with yourself, when you can't sit with the things that you've been hiding, you're going to be uncomfortable until you just be still. Stop moving. Stop trying to seek external gratification. Like, we going to be all right. Community is going to thrive. Community is going to come back. It's not going to be a thing of the past. But I feel like this whole little situation that's going on with the world, like, God is giving us an opportunity to sit with ourselves. And who can sit in silence and, like, be still? Why are we so in a rush? It's only one thing for certain. We might got hopes and dreams and aspirations, but it's literally only one thing for certain. We got a born date and we got an upper room date. That's it. And after we born, it's only one thing for certain after we born is that we all have an end. We all have an end. It's the only thing for certain in this life when you are living is that you're going to have an end one day. So it's like, why is you rushing? Like, what is you rushing for? Because God is the ultimate architect. Like, God is the ultimate. So you ain't got to rush. You ain't got to be afraid. A lot of people is out here afraid to want the best for themselves. And that's why, like, as much as, like, I be disappointed with, the women of my generation, but that's how I know that my book is important. That's how I know my book is needed. That's how I know my book is necessary. Because I didn't write that just for me. It's women who need this. And the women that need it can't even read the whole book. Can't even get through it because they can't sit with themselves. But the ones that do, they appreciate it. Because they recognize the gems that is all through there. Several times I have given it away for free. Several times I constantly give it away for free. I constantly just throw it out there for free. Whether it's on my blog, whether it's on my just free downloads, email it. You can't afford it. Let me just send it to you. Just read the book. Elevate. Shift and focus on higher. Like really shift and focus on higher. Like, I don't know, this generation, y'all gonna get it together though. But it's wild out here. It is definitely wild. It's a whole bunch of like self-hate. Even like with them podcast dudes, like just self-hate. Just it's self-hate. It ain't even about the whole Asian doll situation. It's the self-hate. It's the calling people names. It sounds like y'all got like a stigma. And like a lot of people, like it's okay to have like your preference and stuff. But a lot of times the people that have their quote unquote preference, that stems from like some type of trauma. Like I even heard like it was a while ago when like Tokyo Vanity and Chris Brown had got into it, and people was dragging him for that lyric about the girl with the black girl with the good hair or something, and people was just like upset with him and dragging him, and he was just like, but y'all don't want the nigga with the fucked up teeth. That sound like some shit that probably stemmed from elementary. Like a lot of these guys, they look like they tough and stuff, but they still hurting from that black girl, that chocolate girl that they liked so much in grade school. That said, ugh, your teeth fucked up. You're not cute to me. They still holding that shit. And so that they got a vendetta. They don't want to. It's true, because sometimes like that is definitely true. There's too many instances. It's too many instances where people have they quote unquote they quote unquote preference. Like, and what's so funny is that like the person that's like probably your one is total opposite of your preference. But you don't open yourself up to love something new. You go after the same people. Like, so many people, they just go after the same people, the same type of guys, type of girls, go through the same thing. And it's just like, when I see people doing what they do, I just be like, ain't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of repeating the same fucking cycles? Ain't y'all tired of repeating the same mistake? And I'm so grateful. And to think, 4 years ago, I was just so set on, I want to be married. I need to have this. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have lived a life. I'm grateful that I have traveled. I have moved to different states several times. I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for this time to myself. Because I've had numerous people in my life that have kids that they don't get no time to themselves, that they don't get no break. And so I'm just grateful for the little things. I'm grateful to be able to walk around my house the way I want to walk around my house. Well, if maintenance don't come and bug me. But, for the most part, I just walk around naked, walk around in just a robe, walk around titties out, whatever. And I'm grateful for this moment. And even if I don't ever get my king, it's cool because I know I'm going to have a full life exactly how God intended it to be. Aging doesn't scare me anymore. I used to dread, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to be older than my mom when I have a baby. And I don't even know if I want children. So let's be clear on that. I definitely like being the cool aunt, the cool cousin. Hallelujah. Definitely appreciate it. And I'm not I feel like I've been through a lot of things in my life that have shown me that whether I had to have a step kid or whether, I had a kid of my own, that I can love. I have the capacity to love, children. I do have the capacity. I do have a sweet spot for good kids. But I do have a sweet spot for kids. The right ones. So, yeah, I just wanted to come and just talk to y'all. But I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed week. I love y'all. We back. We're recording video next week. I'm probably going to scrap that previous episode. And yeah, let's do this thing. Bye.